Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Otumba Adams Show. My name remains Adams Olofumelajude, and you are welcome specially. How has the week been? How has the day been? I hope you guys are acing it in your businesses. You guys are doing exceptionally well, and everything is working in your favor. All right, so my name remains Adams Olofumelajude, and this is the 100 and 39th episode. Yes, 139th episode. And we would be looking at resolving conflict in your business. However, if this is your first time of being a part of the show, and you're probably wondering, what's this show about, right? We talk about business, we talk about freelancing, we talk about entrepreneurship, we talk about everything that can help your entrepreneurial journey, as it were. And if you are watching live and you would like to introduce yourself, you know how we do it. You put your name, you put your location in the comment section so that I'll be able to welcome you specially. All right, so the topic for today is resolving conflicts in your business. I think I need to reduce my audio and sorry, my phone's audio. All right, so yeah, how to resolve conflicts in your business. That's what we'll be looking at today. Now, I'm sure that if you are a business owner and you have employed, say, one or two staffs, right? Now, at one point or the other, right, there will probably be a time whereby your staff members will probably get into conflicts, or maybe your staff members and your customers might get uh, into conflicts, and you would need to resolve such conflicts. That's what we're looking at today, how you can easily do it in such a way that it would help your business on the long run, and you wouldn't have to lose either your staff members or lose your customers. All right, so number one on my list is define acceptable behavior. Now, the thing is this, there's actually an adage that says that in a land where there is no law, there is no sin. So if your staff members do not realize that there are certain behaviors that is expected of them, right? They would feel that they can as well just act in any way they want. So you need to set the rules and regulations down for your staff members to know how to behave themselves within the office and how to relate with the customers. Now, when they realize this, they know that okay, this is my boundary. I am not supposed to move outside of this. And if I do, then I am actually violating the laws of this company, of this business. All right. You need to set a behavioral pattern or probably a company culture, telling them how to behave when they're in the office, how to relate with themselves, um, who is um, who is senior and who is not. They need to know the hierarchical level of everyone's position within the company, such that when Mr. A gives instruction to Miss B, she knows that okay, he's my boss or he's my senior, and I have to listen to what he has to say. So once you have all those sets down, then you rest assured that you will not really have much issues in the company. Number two is do not avoid conflicts. Yes, conflicts would always arise, and if you shy away from it, if you feel that okay, they would always handle it themselves, they are men or they are humans or they are women, they would always find a way to resolve it themselves. It's it would get to a point that your staff members would act in such a way that even you yourself would not be able to take it, because such silence would boomerang on you and it would affect your business on the long run. So you do not want to avoid conflicts. You need to what's the word? You need to nip the issue at the bud, right? Once you realize that okay, something is coming up, there's a conflict in the office, you need to step in as the leader, as the owner of the business, as the manager of the business, and find a way to get the matter resolved. You do not want to act passive. You have to be active. You have to be involved. You have to know what is happening and step in when the time is right. All right. So that's number two on the list. And number three is choose a neutral location. Now, at this point in time, when you realize that two people already at loggerheads with each other, right? They're already having issues within the company. They are arguing. One of the best ways for you to resolve such issues is for you to take them away from where they are to a new location, because there's this psychological thing that, like, when people are where the fight started, it has a way of still triggering more issues to arise, because they will still feel aggravated just because they are within the environment where the whole thing are started off. So what you need to do at this point in time is, like, you need to move them away from where they are to a new location, and it would help to calm their mind, because you're trying to resolve the whole issue, and taking them away from where they are at that point in time to take to another place entirely has a way of changing their mood and calming them a little bit. All right, so that's number three on the list. Number four is start with a compliment. Now, when both parties, right, obviously you've called and you set them aside, right? Now it is the time that, like, you have to, like, listen to what's the word? So the issue on ground. Now you have to be patient enough to listen to both sides of the story, and rather than what's the word, attacking the people, right? Know that, like, the problem is the conflict rather is the problem at hand, and not the people. So when you're trying to, like, talk to them, do not bring them down with your words. All right, focus on the issue at hand, but also realize that, like, these people have been integral to your business, whether they're customers or their clients, sorry, or their staff members. They've been integral to your business, so treat them well, talk to them well, but while trying to, like, treat the conflicts at hand. All right, so that's number four on the list. Number five is do not jump into conclusion. Now, there are times that, like, you would actually feel that, like, you know the end result of the issue at hand, right? You feel like this person has always been this way all this while, so therefore this person is at fault. Now, if you jump into conclusion, then it would turn out that, like, or it would have a way of affecting your business on the long run, because that particular staff or probably that particular customer will feel like you are taking sides. And once people feel that you're taking sides without really knowing the root cause of what the matter is, then it would affect the business on the long run. However, what you could do is listen, all right, ask questions, and try to, like, know the history behind what came about the whole conflict, right? Because more often than not, what we feel we know goes beyond what is being said. So you need to, like, dig deep, ask questions, ask them, okay, so what came about this? How did this thing come around? Like, what's the background story of this whole situation before this conflict happened? Because if you can get all the background details, then you would realize that the story itself or the conflict itself is much more than what you actually thought it was from the beginning. So do not jump into conclusion. Number six is think opportunistically, not punitively. Now, what this means is that when two people are having a conflict, when two people are having an argument, it's most likely because both parties are seeing the matter from two different ends, right? They're seeing the issue from two different ends, and that is why they what's the word now? That is why they are not in agreement. Not like both of them are not right, but they are seeing it from the different angles. It's just the same way as the scenario of someone standing at one end seeing a particular figure as 6, and then another person standing at the other end seeing the same figure as 9. Both of them are right, but the angle or the viewpoint differs. The same way with you handling what's the word, a conflict within your business, you should be able to, like, think opportunistically to see that, like, okay, where is this person coming from? Where is that person coming from? Is there a way we can actually merge both ideas together, right? Let both angle in such a way that, like, it would transcend into helping the business on the long run, because both of them might actually be right. And if both parties can actually see from both ends, then they would resolve their conflict and also be able to form a better bond within or between themselves. All right, that's number 6 on the list. Number 7 is offer guidance and not solutions. Now, you might actually be tempted to want to say that, like, hey, see, this is the matter at hand, right? This is what you both of you need to do at this point in time. No, you need to be able to like guide them to the final solution itself. To like, they need to realize that, like, okay, this is what it is, right? This is what we've done wrong, and this is how we can actually resolve it. Yours is to guide, yours is to be the mediator that listens to them and tries to guide them to the final destination, and not for you to be the judge and the jury on the matter on ground. Yours is to judge, is to guide, right, to the final destination and not to judge. All right, so number 8 is constructive criticism. All right, now it's normal for you to want to criticize each party, especially when they have gone wrong. But if you are not careful with your criticism, then it will seem as if you do not like that person. And remember, you would actually be working with this person for a very, very long time, especially if that person is your staff, and if the person is your customer, you would always want them to come back. So while you're trying to like criticize their actions, even when they are wrong, make sure that like you are doing it in such a way that like it is constructive, right? You're showing them their wrongs in a way that like it would help make them better and not to bring their self-worth down. All right, that's number 8 on the list. And then number 9 on the list is do not intimidate. We understand the fact that like you're the boss of the company, you're the manager, you're the one in charge. There's every likelihood that like you might want to like use your position to bully them. Please do not do that. If you try to do that, then you're only sending this fear into the minds of people, and they would not give you their best, because they know that like when we have an argument, when we have an issue, our boss would always want to like rain fire and brimstone down, would always want to intimidate everyone, would always want to tell us that like, hey, you know what, I can actually sack you right now. You know, that kind of situation. And when people actually feel that like you are that kind of monster that they cannot talk to, then everybody will start drawing back. They would want to resolve the issue behind, even if on the long run it's going to affect your business, but they would never want to come around to tell you what is happening. And when you then realize the dent that has been made on your business on the long run, you then get to know that like, hey, if I had done it in a better way, maybe just maybe things would have been better. So do not intimidate people. And then the last but not least is you need to act decisively, because at the end of the day, you still need to take a decision on what they have concluded upon and act on it, right? You need to act on it. You just don't try to like pat them on the back, but okay, this is the result of the conflict resolution, and this is the stand that we are going to take on this particular matter. And that also could also mean that like you could set it as a rule within your company that like based on past experience, based on this particular issue, we need to like change the what's the word now? We need to change the rules and regulations, the acceptable behavior within the company, and um, outline it within the rules and regulations, and from there it will make your company better. All right, so these are the 10 points that I have for today. I have made the class as short as possible. As you know, try not to like exceed 15 minutes. And for those of you that stayed to the end of today's episode, I'm very grateful. And if you are here watching, or you probably watch later, please know that like liking, sharing, and telling somebody about this channel would mean a lot to me, because I'm trying to help as many entrepreneurs out there as possible to help them grow and become better in their businesses. All right, so my name remains Adam Olofimilajide. This is the 139th episode, and I will see you again. Okay, yeah, before I do this, I just remembered I actually was supposed to do this at the very beginning of the show. Happy birthday to my dear sister, Ayobola Charles, Mrs. Ayobola Charles, right? I wish you the very best in life, and God bless you abundantly. Now, this brings us to the end of the show. Have a great evening, and see you again this weekend. From me, Adam Olofimilajide, to you, have a great evening.